Now, let me start by saying something by way of introduction of my wife and myself. My name is Moriba Kamara, and I am a senior economist attached to the Economic Policy and Research Unit in the Ministry of Finance and Economic Development in my country, Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is in the western part of Africa, bordered by two countries, Liberia and Guinea. I am a senior economist there, and for my wife, her name is Mrs. Margaret Munda Sandy. She is also a trained and qualified nurse attached to the government hospital in Freetown, the capital city of Sierra Leone. So both of us are working in Sierra Leone. And we are in Nako principally to avail myself of the opportunity of their medical prowess, which I came to know about via the internet. Now, I came to know about TOS 2 company, which is principally acting as a liaison between the doctors and myself when we have come to NAPO for treatment. Now, we came to NAPO, that is my wife and myself came to NAPO on account of the fact that I have an eye ailment, and I came to know about NAPO, as I have already said, via the internet. I came to know about TOS 2 and their capabilities, their basic functions as medical consultants via the internet. So since then, 6 months hence, because of my eye ailment, principally glaucoma, and I have already lost my left eye, so I sought medical help from them. Now, various correspondences have ensued between TOS 2 company of India and myself over the period until it was finally concluded and we arrived at NAPO on 2nd February 2016. Now, my first impression about TOS 2 company was when we landed at the NAPO International Airport. According to schedule, somebody was promptly there to receive us because this was our first time ever in our lives to step foot, forget about NAPO, in India. So we were a bit relieved of our worry that somebody was already there waiting for us to take us to our new residence. From there, we were boarded that night at the hotel what's the name of it? Majestic Manor. Now we spent 3 days and nights at Majestic Manor, and we were taken to another residence, which is Dr. Aju's hospital. Now, the reception at Dr. Aju's was also very cordial and very courteous. We were happy about it. And from that point, I was taken to various doctors, and this is now a clear demonstration of their capability, of the capability of the TOS 2 company. They arranged for my pre-operational fitness test with various doctors, and for 10 days I took pre-operational fitness tests from various institutions, from various doctors, particularly about my blood pressure and my sugar levels. Now, on the whole, I was assigned for my glaucoma eye operation to the Sarachi Eye Hospital, Advanced Eye Hospital in Nagpur, and on 13th January, the operation, trabeculectomy and MMC, I leave that to the doctors to define, was done on my right eye. Now, conclusively, the operation outcome was quite successful. It was not even quite successful, it was very, very successful, because the outcome was, as was predicted by the glaucoma specialist, Dr. Gunje, who operated my right eye. Now, there are a few comments and observations, really, which I would like to share not only with the people of Nagpur, but also with my fellow Sierra Leoneans when I get back to my country, when my wife and myself get back to our country, Sierra Leone. Now, the medical services. The first one is that the medical services purported by TOS 2 India company is true to the letter, because all what they stood for, because all what they told me in our correspondences came true on our arrival. The reception was good, the accommodation they gave my wife and myself was good, the price we paid for the accommodation was affordable, and in fact, for want of word, it was cheap compared to hotel prices in and around the city, as we later learned during our stay in Nagpur. For that reason, we are very, very thankful to them. Now, the second point was the kind of reception, the kind of regard my wife and myself were given at the hospital where I received treatment, where my operation was done. That is the Sarachi Nakalaya Advanced Eye and Vitreal Retina Center in Nagpur. Now, let me begin with Dr. Gunje, the glaucoma specialist, and her other colleagues. First of all, they elicited the fear out of me, because surprisingly, we were the only blacks we saw in that hospital. So we had that inherent fear maybe we were in the wrong place. But we were wrong. They gave us the kind of reception a professional doctor or a professional team of doctors should give to their patients. They were very friendly, they were courteous, they received us with warmth, and even the nursing aides in that eye center offered my wife a cup of coffee to drink. So we felt confident, we felt at home, and more so, our guide, Mr. Niraj, who acted humanely, who acted responsibly, was also by our side throughout our treatment period in that hospital. The only thing, what I should say, I cannot say recommendation, but my thinking is that the hospital services are par excellence. That is my overall observation, and I cannot hesitate for the least to recommend similar treatment befalling people from other countries. I cannot hesitate to recommend that hospital for similar treatment, like glaucoma problems or other eye problems which I currently